Before we begin, if you're drawn to real cases where one small decision changes everything, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because sometimes the truth is hidden in a single moment. A single timestamp. At 2:17 a.m., a black SUV pulled out of a quiet driveway in Raleigh. The street was empty. No headlights passed. No neighbors outside. Just one vehicle disappearing into the dark. Inside that home, 41-year-old Jason Miller was supposed to be asleep. By sunrise, he was gone. When Jason didn't show up for work, his co-workers assumed he'd taken the day off. But his phone was still on the nightstand. His keys were still hanging by the door. His car hadn't moved. His wife, Erin, told police they'd argued earlier that night. She claimed Jason stormed out on foot to cool down. She said she stayed home, but traffic cameras told a different story. At exactly 2:17 a.m., surveillance footage captured Erin's SUV heading toward a wooded area nearly 20 miles outside the city. She returned home just before 4 a.m. alone. When detectives asked about the drive, she said she couldn't sleep. Needed air. Needed space. But investigators noticed something strange. The trunk carpeting had been recently removed, cleaned, replaced, and when forensic teams tested the garage floor, faint traces of blood were detected wiped, but not erased. As the investigation unfolded, financial records revealed growing tension inside the marriage, mounting debt, a second mortgage, and a life insurance policy updated just weeks before Jason disappeared. Then came the digital evidence. Erin's phone location data placed her at the exact wooded spot seen on traffic cameras. Her search history included phrases like, "How long does DNA last outdoors?" and "remote hiking trails near me." Police searched the area. 3 days later, they found freshly disturbed soil hidden beneath fallen branches. Jason's remains were discovered less than 50 yards from where her SUV had stopped. The medical examiner ruled it a homicide. Prosecutors argued the 2:17 a.m. drive wasn't impulsive. It was deliberate, a carefully timed attempt to hide what had already happened inside that house. During trial, the defense claimed it was a tragic accident after a heated argument. But forensic experts testified the injuries were not consistent with a fall. They pointed to repeated blunt force trauma and post-incident concealment. The jury didn't deliberate long. Guilty. Erin Miller was sentenced to life in prison without parole, and that single timestamp to 17 a.m. became the moment that defined the case. One drive, one decision, one family destroyed forever. Because sometimes, it's not the argument that changes everything. It's what happens after. If this case kept you watching, subscribe for more real true crime stories where the smallest detail leads to the biggest truth.